I'm here in Buffalo, Wyoming. This small little town is an adventure base for those traveling between Mount Rushmore and Yellowstone National Park. This town of about 4,700 people is at 4,646 foot elevation, or about 1,300 meters. Nestled at the eastern foothills of the Bighorn Mountain Range and the Cloud Peak Wilderness, this is one of the best jumping off points to adventure in all of central Wyoming. As you can see here, it's a beautiful small little downtown. I'm going to tour you around and show you a few things that are unique about this location, but most importantly in this particular weekend are the Walt Longmire Days. If you're not familiar with Walt Longmire, this is a book series created by Craig Johnson that is also developed into a Netflix series, and it's based on the Sheriff Walt Longmire in the fictional county Absaroka County. Some people in Wyoming pronounce it Absaroka, so however you want to do that is good for you. But this weekend has 3 days of all sorts of events based on the Longmire series of books. It's a fictional mystery, it's like a Wyoming-based sheriff, just about to retire, catching bad guys, all sorts of good stuff, and it's highly popular. I've seen people walking around with Longmire for sheriff on their shirts. It's really pretty fun. What I'm going to do is tour you around downtown, give you a couple tidbits of why you might want to visit here. It's a really neat little place to come visit on your travels across America. One of the nice things about Buffalo here is the mural set. A lot of actually interesting murals are based out of here. And there's a lot of interesting artwork because this is part of the Wyoming where you can actually be artistic and people enjoy the look. Plus, because it's based on, or the Longmire series is based on part of being in Buffalo, there's a lot of artwork that's developed and it adds a lot to the experience. It's pretty fun because they even have a vehicle about Sheriff of Absaroka County in the state of Wyoming. Of course, it's County 16 on the license plate wherever my finger is there. But for the fictional show, you've got this vehicle and you have this vehicle across the way, old Ford style sheriff vehicle. So it's something that adds a little bit of taste to the location here. And if you want another Buffalo original, Galliano is a famous author. He actually lives in Buffalo and you can pick up his books in color. I've got these 2 signed copies of Is It True and What Did You Say? Hilarious, funny poetry for kids and for adults. He's actually read at the Wyoming State Art Council, at the Wyoming Legislature, and he is the Wyoming Poet Laureate by the governor. Super cool, so definitely pop in to In Color and check his works out. In Owen Wister's book, the Virginian finally got his man, as they say, at the Occidental Hotel. This famous hotel is a super popular station for people to stop by and check out the experience of the town. The Busy Bee Cafe is also featured in the Longmire series. This little cafe has what's called the usual, taken care of by Walt Longmire himself. He comes in and has the usual breakfast. There's actually quite a big crowd a lot of times in the morning, and you'll see some tidbits from the TV show as well as the books here. One of the unique aspects of Wyoming is they have the bison on the actual state flag. Some people call it a buffalo, but it's actually a bison. The scientific name is bison. But since everybody calls it buffalo, we don't get too worried about that. One of the fun parts of all these small Wyoming and Idaho and Montana towns are all the little historic markers nestled all over the place if you just happen to take the time to look. From 1901 to 1973, this bell hung above the old city hall and was rung to summon firefighters and law enforcement personnel, as its display here is a reminder of the earlier and simple times. Buffalo is also a famous and favorite stopping point of people traveling to and from Sturgis in South Dakota. And Buffalo sits at this major junction between Sheridan, Gillette, Worland, and Yellowstone. You might not know any of those towns, but Sheridan is a real popular cowboy town, and Yellowstone, of course, is the first national park in all of the world. Interestingly, the cattle barons, some of the people that control the cattle here, were European investors who hardly ever came to Wyoming, if ever. So it was a war as usual, like all wars of the barons are way far away and the regular schmucks are fighting it out. Classic, but And right across the street from the Jim Getchell Museum is ice cream. This is $4.75. I mean, that's a lot of ice cream. You get the 2 scoops. You gotta be a big person to eat that. Ooh, yeah. My dad's old enough growing up, he actually had one of these crank phones. You grab this guy and you grind it, you talk in there, you hold this to your ear, and then you run the thermostat, the bell rings. You literally had to power it up with a crank instead of a charging port. Pretty cool. Okay, so where are we? Who are you? And what's this all about?
We're in Buffalo, Wyoming. This is Mountain Meadow Wool, and we are a mill that processes wool from the area ranches into apparel, into yarn, and we also do fee for service.
Okay, Kath, where do you get all your yarn from?
Nearby ranches, we have sellers from Gillette and KC, and all around the areas.
Okay.
Sometimes from Colorado and Montana, but it's...
Okay, so it's all American made, all American
is.
dyed, and this is
Yes,
the factory and the operation right here?
This is us.
Arnold. Hello, Yarnold.
Yes, I'm going to have to... No, take the picture. That's okay. You want a picture with him?
Oh, yeah. Wow, he's wild. Huh? He wants his food.
He wants his food.
Arnold, okay. Hey.
Yes, buddy. You can't undo the gate when you got your feet up.
Okay. All right, what do you need me to do? You want me to hold the bowl or?
Well, you got the camera. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have some fun with that film. We'll see what happens if he runs down the driveway. We'll go get a rope and.
Okay, here we go.
He's only done it once to me. Oh yeah, that's helpful. I mashed his finger last week and it's still virtually useless. See, it's a week old and it's still kind of numb. Okay. Oh, come on, sweetheart. That's Aaron. You want to say hi?
Hello.
You want to say hi?
He's got his motivation.
He does.
Yes.
I bring him granola. Because I like yogurt. I put granola with.
What type of sheep is he?
He is a Valais black nose.
Valais black nose.
And look, his little black eyes, his little black ears, his little black face.
Oh yeah, it's got the squishy nose. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching my little show on Buffalo, Wyoming. My travel and adventure takes you to all around the world. Please check out links below in the description to my books, including Antarctic Tears, Lost in Windy Corner Adventure Expedition 1, How to Keep Your Feet Warm in the Cold, the Jackson Hole Hiking Guide, 50 Jackson Hole Photography Hotspots, the 2024 Total Eclipse Guides, and my show Antarctic Tears. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Aaron Linstow. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more fun info like this.